Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to this week's readings with me. If you are new to my channel, I suggest you please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So let's get started to see what are the general readings for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and how does this week begin? Well, my dear Aquarius, this week is beginning with the energy of conflict. Either you are conflicting with somebody or somebody is conflicting with you, okay? There is an energy of conflict, there is an energy of duality that is seen at the beginning of the week. I am also seeing that there can be some administrative things that you will have to handle. Most probably some kind of administrative papers are coming your way, and because of that, you're not very happy to deal with that whole thing on your table. All the paperwork is just there, and you are looking at it like, how am I supposed to deal with all this now? Yeah. And especially after the weekend, you feel it's more tiring. So this kind of energy is here for some of you. Some of you can be provoked to enter into a fight. Like somebody will say something that you really won't agree to, and because of that you might lash back on them. And we know how straightforward Aquarians can be. They have their set convictions about things. They have the way they see things is very different. So for someone who is conditioned to think in a particular way, can find it difficult to come to terms in discussion with an Aquarian, because for Aquarian it is, they will see it out of the box. This is the way they are. And this kind of energy, you can clash with this kind of energies at the beginning of the week. You will not be on the same page. Then some people around you, it can happen more for your work, it can happen with your loved ones also. Maybe over a phone call you clash with somebody. So take care, be calm, okay, as much as you can be. All right. And you know what, my dear Aquarius, I need to tell you something, is that the people who want to understand you, they will always understand you, no matter what you say, what are you, trying to tell them. In few words they will understand you. But the people who don't want to understand you, my dear Aquarius, no matter how much time you spend telling them, how many hours, how many days, months, years you spend telling them your side of the things, they will not understand because they don't want to understand. So try to understand this, that I'm trying to make you understand is that those who don't want to understand will never understand, and those who want to understand will always understand you. So don't spend your energy trying to make someone understand what they don't want to, because inside of them they are fixed that this is like this, so it is like this. So you trying to change everything around them, be it your boss, be it your colleagues, be it a best friend of yours, or your friend, or your beloved also, or your ex-partner, whoever it is, at this point of time, it's not going to, it's not worth spending that energy. Instead, okay, fine, you don't understand, in few words you will understand it, that they are not on the same page than you and they are just looking for a conflict. So if you feel like arguing, going into a debate, and enjoying for that sake, why not? Yeah, like, okay, let's get into a debate, let's see what are their points, and this kind of things. It stimulates the brain. I do it sometimes just to stimulate the brain, but inside of me I'm not in it actually. But it's fun, to see how the people react to a particular situation. Like, it can be in a family thing. It's just like you try to see how the people have their points, how they put it on the table, and how reactive they can be, and how's the discussion. So that way, if you look at it, it is a learning experience. But if it is going to just make you angry, raise your blood pressure, and then you don't feel fine, better to leave it then and there and do something constructive with that energy, my dear Aquarians, okay? And then you go to the midweek. And then the midweek, I'm seeing you working. You're at work, you're doing your job well. For some of you, you can have the news that you are going to have, if you're working in an enterprise, that your boss is getting transferred, and somebody else is coming on his place or her place. And this person who is going to come is going to be a nice person also. This is what the energies show. It can be you who is asked to lead a particular project, to lead on something. This is what is also seen. And yes, there can be some contradictions in that. As we have seen in the beginning of the week, some kind of energies of contradiction can exist, but you will be doing your job extremely well. For the single Aquarians, there can be a divorcee who you can meet in the midweek during your work sessions or things like that, and that can develop into some kind of a nice friendship also. So you can earn a good friend in the midweek, along with some good job done also, my dear Aquarius. And also, my dear Aquarian students, you can take the guidance of this kind of an energy, the masculine energy here in midweek, who is there to guide you, who is very well versed, who is a very good teacher and can give you simple solutions to complicated ways of or complicated questions. They can give simple solutions of how to memorize or how to write, for example, how to write your notes or your thesis or things like that. So this kind of energy for student Aquarians is also seen in the midweek. Money wise, things are going fine in the midweek, so there's no problem, because over here work is worship for you all in the midweek. This is what I'm seeing. For the Aquarian ladies also, I see that there will be some kind of support that will come to them from a masculine friend of theirs, or because as the energy is masculine, so a gentleman in the friend circle will extend their support to you for something. Or it can also be that you can also your partner, your husband, your boyfriend will also support you in the midweek regarding your work. If you have too much of workload, they will help you out in some way or another. And if they cannot help you, at least they will cheer you up, or they will cook for you, most probably. Okay. And then you come to the end of the week, my dear Aquarians. And what is the end of the week over here? This energy is telling you, my dear Aquarians, are you taking care of yourself? Are you looking after yourself? Are you really spending the me time that you need at this point of time? Have you taken some break? Have you taken a holiday? This is the kind of energy that Aquarians will be called on by the end of the week. And also it can be that you are dealing with a single mother also. Maybe you are babysitting at this point of time, or maybe you are speaking to a person regarding your child. It can also be your ex-partner. If you have not handled something regarding the who is in charge of the child, then at the end of the week these kind of thoughts can also run into your mind regarding your child. If your child and your wife are away from you, or you have been separated, then you can be in the nostalgia of that also. Or it can also be that some of you will go the family way also. You will get the news of a childbirth in the family also. It can also be that you are spending more time now on a baby project at this point of time. You're conceiving a project and you're going to nurture this project also for some of the Aquarians. This is also seen, my dear Aquarians. So this will be like a dream project that you're working on, and you are actually now nourishing this little embryonic phases of this particular project. This is what I'm seeing also. All in all, I'm seeing that it is all about taking care. So you might be called on also to take care of your mother, for example, or your sister, or a feminine energy that you will extend your support to also at this time. Or you yourself spend more time with your children at this point of time. This is what is seen. Or you are, some of you might be a bit concerned regarding certain things regarding their children also. So spend more time with them, speak more to them, and enjoy the quality time with your kids also, my dear Aquarians. And when I'm looking at all these energies, the word that is coming to my mind is about resistance. Why this word has come into my mind? Resistance. Well, resistance over here with these energies, I can tell you, is that No point in resisting something, because as they say, is that whatever you will resist will persist. Whatever you will try to run away from will start following you. All right? Know that this is the law of the universe. It's the law of, yeah, the universe actually. Whatever you are trying to push, you know, is going to bounce back with lot of intensity. So what is it, my dear, that you are trying to push away from your life? Is it some kind of fear of rejection? Is it some kind of anxiety regarding maybe a sentimental situation, a professional situation, or your health? What is it that you are not wanting to see at this point of time? What are you resisting so much? You know what, my dear Aquarius, is that the more we resist, in that we lose a lot of energy. We lose lots and lots of energy. I mean, imagine if somebody is saying something to you and you're resisting that idea, and so much focus you are focused on resisting that particular thing in front of you, is that you forget yourself in that and you become something else, because this energy is getting lost over here. At the end of that discussion, you're tired, you become completely tired. At the end of that particular situation, that circumstance, that relationship, you're completely tired and exhausted because you have been resisting something for too long. Instead, my dear Aquarius, why not, you know, twist or make a click in the way we resist things also, you know. The way we resist things will determine how much energy we have to do something very constructive and what can be the outcome of things. Instead of outrightly rejecting something in front of us or resisting that, we can almost, you know, have a different way to present our points. Because sometimes what can happen with Aquarians is that if they don't like something, they will immediately, you know, resist certain things. Like they can, this is what I said, they can be very straightforward. As I said at the beginning of the week, you're very straightforward on certain things, and that because of that, what can happen is that people might feel something else about you that you are not. They might feel, oh, he or she is blunt, but you're not blunt. You are just expressing it, but in a different way, because you're resisting that idea. Maybe that person is saying something to you and you're resisting that idea. So why not find a way to, you know, go around that particular thing? You know, it's like with babies, how we give them medicines. They don't like that medicine because it's so bitter. So in the spoon, the mother adds lots of honey, then she adds this little, you know, pick or that bitter stuff, and then she mixes it well, and then she feeds it to the baby and the baby eats it. Yeah, so consider those people as babies at that time, my dear Aquarians. This is what I can tell you. Be a bit Cancerian over here, okay? So instead of resisting that, find a sweet way of accepting it and also serving what you want to them, because this is the way you can almost avoid wasting your energy over things. Because many times what can happen, and in today's world there are so many things, some ideas we don't accept, there are so many things that are hurled upon us, my dear Aquarians, and at such times what do we have to do? We cannot keep resisting. We have to accept, okay, fine, it's like this, okay, fine, I accept the situation, it's like this. What am I supposed to do? I am not going to spend my time resisting all the time and my energy also in that. Instead, I say, okay, I accept this situation. It is like that. So, what can I do about it? And then I start finding ways to deal with it. What is the things that I can manage, me alone, or with the like minded people, or I have to leave it at that, because I cannot go to bed with all the resistance, right? Because it's going to affect my whole body, and then I will have to be taken care of, right, my dear Aquarians? So understand that whatever you are going to resist is going to always and always make its presence shown in your life. So whatever you are dealing with, whatever circumstances, situations that you are blocked on because of some kind of resistance to change or resistance to a particular idea, you need to now accept the situation and try to get to the solution now, my dear Aquarius. You have to find a solution to those now, because we cannot go on just, resisting all our lives. We have to face it, we have to accept it, we have to face it, and then we have to say, no, okay, fine, it's like this, all right. And then we have to see now how to deal with it, how do we come out of it, or what can I do to make my life more pleasant and get these negative situations out of my life. All these days I was not ready to look at this. I was like, I don't want to look at everything because it's not very pleasant for me, right? Because I don't feel like seeing that. Okay, let's not speak about those things. Let's not, okay, keep it away, keep it away. But for how long? For how long? So we can't resist now. We have to accept and we have to find the solution to come out of this. Because once the solution comes, no matter what it is, every choice is a decision. Every choice is a decision. So whatever the choice you're going to make out of that, the solutions will be many, many choices to make. So in that, you will have to choose, you will have to make the decision. And once you make that decision, then you know that you have at least made a decision instead of just, resisting certain things in your life, my dear Aquarius. So keep that in mind. And I would say keep a bit cool at the beginning of the week, all right? So thank you, my dear Aquarians, for listening. Please do like, share, and comment. And I'll see you next week. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye. God bless.